Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're talking about the spell Gate Seal.
I got nothing. I really tried. All I can think about is a seal, like a or seal.
Uh, we're closing doors, so no, I don't know.
Yeah. This is one of the new spells from the spell Planescape setting. It is all about portals, and this is about closing portals. And it's for Warlock, Sorcerer, Wizard. Sorry, everyone, that just threw my book in your face. This is 4th level, which is very, very, very high, but it is like conceptually interesting if it was at all different. So this says a casting time of an action, 4th level abjuration again for Warlock, Sorcerer, Wizard. You fortify the fabric of planes in 30-foot cube. You can see within
Sorry,
range.
Sam. This has
Oh,
a
Bubba.
casting time of an action?
Sure doesn't.
No.
This is casting time of 1 minute. Range of 60 feet.
Okay.
Last 24 hours. It requires a broken portal key as well, which the spell consumes. So that's like a spell thing you actually have to have. You fortify the fabric of the planes in the 30-foot cube you can see within range. Within the area, portals close and can't open for the duration. Spells and other effects that allow planar travel to open portals, such as gate or plane shift, fail if used to enter or leave the area. The cube is stationary. Now, normally when I say at higher levels, it's a big indicator to stop listening because it's normally not very good. But in this particular instance, it matters a lot. So at the higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, the spell lasts until dispelled, which means you can set up big boxes of no teleporty zones, which is kind of neat. And honestly, the only real text here, because the practical uses of a 1 minute cast time, 60-foot range, no teleporty zone that only lasts 24 hours means it's like a temporary thing that you need to have matter in a specific environment. I don't know. I don't see it. Minute cast time? Like, you can't use this to shut off someone's escape route. You can't use this like in the spur of a moment. Like if you're doing a chase and you see someone running towards a portal, you can't be like, close that gate seal, which seems like exactly what this is supposed to do.
Yeah.
You can't use this to be like, oh, demons are pouring in from the abyss, gate seal. No, you have to be like, everyone calm down, wait for 1 minute while I cast gate seal and close off this door that's got devils coming and trying to kill us. You
Well,
can't use this.
that's an interesting fight, though. The rest of your party's fighting the demons while trying to protect you while you're spending a minute.
Hopefully, while trying to protect an NPC casting gate seal,
Well,
because
in the context of this video, we're talking about players using this spell. So yeah, that's not how I want to spend my
no,
time in the
I don't
fight.
want to spend 10 rounds going, I continue to cast gate seal while everyone else has the fun encounter.
Yeah.
Like, make the NPC do it. Like, that's what they're for, is so that the players can be the stars of the show and the NPCs can be the supporting cast, right? So they're the
Yeah.
ones you defend when this is happening, right? I've run an encounter where the whole premise was there was a cleric that was trying to purify a graveyard so that they could reclaim it from undeath. At the moment the party knew that the moment they started casting the consecration spell, that undead would just pour in from the outside to try and stop that from happening. And they got a full, 1 minute. They had to watch the cleric protecting the spell as the zombies started to get more and more and more, pouring it over and over again. It was a really sweet encounter. You got a whole bunch of different gates. This is exactly the same kind of thing. You got more and more monsters pouring in. They're trying to close off the gates. Someone's trying to seal the barrier before, some big horrendous monster comes in. You don't want to be the person casting that spell. The cool part about that encounter was no one was going, I passed my turn. It was that people were taking cool actions and stuff. So, like, it's a cool encounter, not on the player character sheet.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer.
His minute cast time really throws a wrench into it.
Yeah, and I don't really get why it had to have a minute cast time. This is usable in one setting only anyway. Why can't it be good in that one setting?
Let's
right?
talk about the setting a little bit. Like, all right, so let's I want to ask, using a spell slot of 6th level or higher, you can cast this and it lasts until it's dispelled.
Yep.
Now, what's to keep you from just going around the city of Sigil, casting this willy-nilly, shutting down all the portals?
So the number one thing canonically is the Lady of Pain. She likes things to stay the way they are, and she doesn't like outside interference causing big problems. So like the 6th time you do this, she'll probably be like, hey, you got a 1 hit point, don't do that again. And then if you do it again, you just are now gone forever in an extra planar of existence of endless empty mazes. So, that's your first compelling reason not to do this. Beyond the lore reasons, it's costs you a gate key every single time. So like you have to spend basically once per long rest, because the 6th slot, you get a broken gate key and you use that to lock down a 30-foot area and you spend a minute casting it. And like things probably will start to catch on. Like, that's what this guy's doing. So that probably gets interrupted in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, I don't think a lot of Deadmans will be like, hey, why are you closing my portals? Stop that. Stop it. And they'll start hitting you, right? Like, that's what I would expect to have occur as far as mass gate sealing goes. Now, where I like it a lot more, actually, is this also prevents things from teleporting in. Spells and other effects allow planar travel or open portals, such as gated planeship, can't be used here. Conceptually, this adds a world building element to your castle, so it can become like the Hogwarts of no one can operate inside of Hogwarts, which is just a blanket lie and a stupid world building thing. But that's, you know, an example people can readily get. You can like go around your base, gate seal it all. There will be no gates in here, and I will spend, you know, the 2 years of downtime we have making this gate free. I am not going to see Portals to the Abyss flooding our base at any point in time if we're having to deal with Avernus or anything like that, right? Like, no Devil Lord is going to create some kind of monstrous opening within the bounds of this castle. It will be safe from that kind of plan travel. As like a resource to have on an upper tier wizard, I kind of expect that to be like, if that's the scope of the game where it's heading towards, where you're doing more big, like, plane scope, giant demise, world-ending threats and events, and you have a defensive mission, this is a cool little thing to stick on your character sheet for that moment, and then never cast ever again. That's fine. Like, that's a cool little downtime thing that you ideally get for free, but like, everyone else, I don't know.
What about like setting a trap just to get creatures or other NPCs to blow their spell slots? Like,
Blow their plane shift
hey,
spell slot?
whatever, yeah.
Like,
Just
it's specifically that or gate are the big ones. You can't make circle teleportations in this either, and shuts off circle teleportations. But like, I don't see that. I see this more as if you're going to use this as a trap, right? You goad something to come onto this plane of existence, and you find out what portal it's coming through. Like, maybe there's like a monster coming from Evernight, the city from Shadowfell, right? And it's coming through and killing people in Baldur's Gate or whatever. You goad it through the gate, and then you seal the gate forever while it's on the plane, so it can't escape back into the Shadowfell, and then you kill it. Or you hunt
yeah.
it down, right? That's a neat little trap that you could set up, but definitely isn't something that I would expect to have happen regularly. Like, I wouldn't. This is the kind of thing where I'd expect my DM to give me a scroll for that, not something that I'd expect to be able to do myself because it's stone useless everywhere else.
See, I was thinking more like, what level is plane shift?
7,
7.
I think.
Okay,
7
so
or 8.
yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this wizard with he's got some 7th level spells that could kill me. I need him to get rid of one right now. So I say, oh man, I forgot my big bag of money at home, and so he says, ooh, all right, I'm gonna go get that money. I'm gonna cast a plane shift, but I've already got that my home warded, and wow, he just wasted his plane shift spell, sucker. Come on, Sam, give me something.
I would like to posit that will never and has never, ever occurred.
Well, this is a new spell.
I posit
I'm
that.
blazing trails.
So in this example, you've goaded a full caster villain into your space, and you specifically know their only way out is plane shift.
No,
because
he
teleport can still work.
No.
Dimension door can still work. It's only portals that don't. Portals and planar things. Those are what fail here. Within the range area, portals you choose can't be open for the duration. Spells and other effects that allow planar travel or open portals don't work.
My home is on a different plane to where we currently are.
So you're specifically, this villain also has to say this giant sack of money is worth it right now to leave this fight.
All right, giant sack of money, whatever. It's the MacGuffin. I left the
MacGuffin's at home.
Yeah.
So, and again, you've already warded this place permanently that you're fighting them in that isn't your home, or they think isn't your home.
It could be my home. It doesn't matter. They can't plane shift there.
I think that if you're dealing with a competent villain, they'll realize that doesn't sound even remotely like a real thing a person would do.
All right, not the way I said it. Look, I was coming up with this on the fly during the recording of this video.
That's how D&D's played, Bob, is you come up with that kind of garbage on the fly, right? And I love it, but there's no shot at it ever is doing that.
I think give it a little thought. You can make this work.
In the ones of instances that you're against the ones of monsters that have plane shift and don't spend their 7th level spell slot trying to kill you, then you can use this.
Yeah.
Assuming you've gone through, so this okay, just again, let's go Magic Christmas Land here. You know you're against an enemy with plane shift. You know that enemy intends to use plane shift in the fight, and you've set up enough casts of this spell to prevent them, should you fight in this space, them from being able to escape. That's the plan. You go at an enemy that's only way out is plane shift to your home that you know they have plane shift and they only intend to use their 7th level plane slot or spell slot on plane shift. You go to them to this space,
you're
lock down the
tempting
area
them to use it on plane shift.
This is so many bizarre things that have to go right for this to even be conceivably useful.
And that's D&D.
Sure.
All right. All right. What were we talking about before we before I gave you my idea, my brilliant plan?
That I don't think this spell is very good. The minicast time kind of guts it.
Oh yeah, it does.
I think this would be kind of interesting without a 1st level or without the minicast time, and I'd still call it like a 2. Like I still don't think it's very good, but it is at least interesting as a 2. I think the upcast makes it like a little bit more appealing if you're playing in that setting at a high tier, just because that's a big important effect to be like, okay, this area is not like, if you know you're doing plane traveling nonsense and you go, this is the only way back to Sigil from where we are, lock it down, things aren't going to follow you. That's useful. You know things aren't going to follow you. I can see as an upper tier tool in this specific setting this coming together and being kind of interesting. I think the minicast time doesn't do it any justice in the lower tiers whenever you get to the 7th level. I think as a 6th level spell, sure. As a 7th or as a 4th level spell, I don't want this, I don't think.
All right, yeah,
Maybe a 2.
I kind of agree with your 2. Even with the extra use that I concocted.
Home is at home. I can't dissect that well enough. Please tell me why this is a profoundly dumb idea that could never possibly work.
Or brilliant.
Or brilliant. Yeah, tell us which team you're on.
Like I said, this isn't a fully fleshed out idea. Give us the meat that's missing from the skeleton of genius I provided. All right. That was what was this called? Gate Seal. All right.
Yep.
That was Gate Seal. Thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for joining us. Let us know what you think in the comments. And like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.